அருட்பெரும் ஜோதி அருட்பெரும் ஜோதி தனிப்பெரும் கருணை அருட்பெரும் ஜோதி எல்லா உயிர்களும் என்புற்று வாழ்க கொல்லா நெறியே குவலயமெல்லாம் போங்குக. திருவருட்பிரகாச வள்ளற்பெருமான் வடலூரிலே ஏற்படுத்திய சத்திய ஞான சபையின் தத்துவ விளக்கம் குறித்த ஒரு அற்புதமான நூலினை 1977 திண்டுக்கல் சுவாமி சரவணானந்தா அவர்கள் விரிவாக எழுதி வெளியிட்டுள்ளார்கள். அதன் முன்னுரை அன்பர்களுக்கு தமிழ் வடிவத்திலே இருந்ததால் அது ஒலி வடிவிலே தமிழ் வடிவத்தில் முதலிலே தரப்பட்டது. அதற்கு தயவு சத்திய ஞான சபை என்ற ஒரு ஆங்கில முன்னுரையும் சுவாமிகள் எழுதியுள்ளார்கள். அது தற்பொழுது அன்பர்களின் தகவலுக்காக தரப்படுகின்றது. சத்திய ஞான சபையை பற்றிய ஆங்கில முன்னுரை. தயவு சத்திய ஞான சபை, தி ஷ்ரைன் ஆஃப் ட்ரூ விஸ்டம். Omnigracious God Infinite is ever present in the boundless space of our limitless universe. With His full power, He is revealing Himself from the innermost of everything. In each and every expression of Him, He is expressing only a very little amount of His power and attribute. In the beginning, the whole space was supposed to be vacant, but in reality it is not so. It is eternally filled with the divine force of omnigrace, which is being implemented to evolve into this multifarious universe. Only for the purpose of bringing out the hidden truth of divinity, all the universal activities have been set in motion. We misconceive space as a void. It is either with its electronic force, and this forms important elements which are numerous in science, but all grouped into 5 elements in our conception. These elements have served out planet to manifest as all animate and inanimate things and human lives. In human life alone, the divinity has to get evolved to supreme knowledge into the full development of inner core of man. There are vast unknown regions in the material, physical, mental and spiritual planes. Man, with this power of mind, has the potential power to probe into them. The eternal divine soul of man is revealed to a certain extent commensurate with his inner development and the outer life of stainless life divine. In the past, the knowledge of divine soul was not clearly comprehended, but through meditation and yogic practice, some spiritual powers and attainments were obtained from the lower nervous centers and from the brain center. Many people were of the view that the soul was seated in the heart center, but it is now discovered to be functioning from the head center. By the grace of Arutperum Jodi, the plain truth of soul and God is now coming to light by the practical experience of Thiru Arutpragasa Vallala of Vadalur in Tamil Nadu. By this omnigracious experience, all the doubtful ideas of God and soul have been cleared now. God, the omnipresent, is eternally existing infinitely. That means He is ever present both in the smallest particle and in the limitless universe. Though He is complete both in the minutest spot and in the largest space, He comes to light in the midhead, where it has been kept light up from first moment of the creation of the human embryo in the womb of the mother. This light particle is not a newly created one, but it has come to be embedded from its unseen presence to a cognizable state. From the very same light particle, every person is getting all his life energy, intellect, as well as natural and supernatural powers. By the reasoning power, we may confirm that this light particle of divinity is the same divine light filling the whole space. It is revealed by His omnigrace that one Supreme God alone, though indivisible in His form, is coming to enlighten the small spot in a person. This particular particle of the Supreme God Himself is the soul of a person. Hence, this soul particle is really the form of God placed on the head of the human being for his realization. This soul atom evolved into the human being is only a manifestation of God from the innermost of ourselves. Thus, when we realize our divine soul truth, we have no separate existence except Him only. This divine truth of ourselves was not till now known and experienced by us because of our worldly sensuous life. Only when we transcend to the divine soul plane, we are able to know this truth. The physically conscious man was completely unaware of his divine side, and so, in his sensuous life, what all he experienced was of little value, and the end was nothing but a miserable death. The life of a philosophical, minded man of soul knowledge too was not of much value because his soul knowledge was false. He thought that he was put in bodily bondage and this had to be cut off when only he would be freed to live a soul life. We are certain that this bodily presence is to make us live the divine soul life in this world. Without this personal life, the divinity can never be experienced. Therefore, to live a divine life of bliss, the physical body is essential, and we have to begin a new life of grace from the soul plane itself. With this higher purpose in view, our Satya Jnana Sabai, the abode of true wisdom, is now opened in us, and this abode of true wisdom is symbolically established in Vadalur by our Vallala. The new era of divine omnigrace began on the fine morning of 24th May 1867. The new era of divine omnigrace began on the fine morning of 24th May 1867. It was a time of gracious period to get enlightenment both in the inner world of soul and the outer world of earth and heaven. At that time, Swami Ramalingam, known as Thiruvar Prakasa Vallala, was solemnized by the Almighty with Arupperunjodi for the deathless life of bliss. After his inner realization, a shrine of grace was planned to be constructed at Vadalur on a large area of elevated land, 30 kilometers from Chidambaram. This place is the only altar where one can come across the one supreme God of the whole universe. Here alone, Arupperunjodi is recognizable to rule both the miniature universe, the bodily being of man, and the greater universe of boundless space. By having darshan, seeing of the divine light in the shrine of wisdom at Vadalur, An aspiring soul can get enlightenment in the inner shrine of wisdom. To realize the divine light in the innermost, we have to traverse the four stages, namely sensuous body, mind, life, and soul. All these stages are depicted in the temple by the octagonal structure and in the inner central sanctuary with 7 colored screens in the front of the light. At the time of Thaipusam, in the month of January or February, the aspirant realizes the inner light or omnigrace along with the rising sun and setting full moon on the eastern side and western horizons. There are significant representations of pure golden and silver rays on right and left. By this effulgence, we are led into the oneness of Arupparinjodi in the shrine of wisdom, from where we have to live the divine life of universal love. By means of any other religious practices, temple worship and yoga practices, one could not live a blessed life of bliss in the world. By observing the new doctrine of living the divine life from the innermost, all can get all goodness in themselves. Therefore, nobody should think that this shrine of wisdom is intended to a certain set of people alone, or it belongs to a sectarian group. This should not be considered as a place for mere sectarian worship. The whole humanity in one community. The whole humanity is one community. The eternal supreme force of Almighty is working both in and out for this final goal of blissful life. The one supreme God Almighty is bringing out His whole truth to the present world only now and here. In the course of the universal permeation, the truth of God was being developed to come out from the innermost of every particle. Though God is ever in a state of fullness or full development, His existence, power, and practical experience in life is yet to be made known in the universe. And for this, inner divine is actively implementing itself to be shown in the creation of the world. In all the material, physical, vital, mental, and spiritual developments, that divinity has been gradually growing to reach the final stage of divine grace for our self-realization. Now, in this human life, the gracious God has come to self-realization, namely that both man and God are one and the same in Him. All-powerful, omnipresent God has manifested from the innermost soul abode in the form of a developed man of gracious wisdom. Thus, this gracious wisdom is now experienced as a true altar of Him. The soul in man was considered to be a separate entity other than himself, a physical being, and for attaining the divine soul life, it was believed that man had to be relieved from the bodily bondage. But by relinquishing the body, the soul loses all the life and experience, and there would be no blissful life after death. So, if the soul needs a practical experience, then it must be given a new human life of divine knowledge. By the omnigrace of God, we have now come to the understanding of our oneness with God in the soul form. This divine soul self is found located in the midhead, over medulla oblongata. To live a life from this gracious soul plane, we have to rise from the sensuous bodily stage to that of higher level life. Our outer wisdom temple at Vadalur is pointing out the inner truth with which one inseparable divine life is to be realizable. This divine life is intended to be given to everybody who has come to live upon this earth. This kind of godly life is common to all. It is not attached to any particular religion or to a particular sect only. All the atheists or theists, religious or non-religious, materialists or spiritualists are entitled to get in contact with inner light of Omni Grace Arutperum Jyoti, from where a new reverence for life makes the worldly life blissful. All the people of the world in any walk of life are in need of a true happy life upon this earth. To achieve the real demand of concentrated and blissful life, the old and new ways and means have not aided and guided the mankind towards the true goal of blessed life. But through the omni grace of Arutperum Jyoti directed from the shrine of wisdom, the whole humanity will reap the harvest, the goal. Our Vallalar of Vadalur, the first God-chosen man of grace, by living the gracious life from the inner shrine of wisdom, has been awarded the deathless divine life of bliss. Indeed, the eternal Supreme God, though omnipresent, was not recognizable till now in his pristine and pure state because of his impersonal form, but now he himself has filled the form of Vadalur. But now he himself has filled the form of Vallalar to live here in all his personal, spiritual and impersonal forms for the purpose of bestowing his grace on mankind at their different stages of spiritual development. Vallalar, known to the world as a human body, is now completely divinized. In other words, the Supreme God himself has assumed the triple divine form of Arut Prakasar to govern all the universe for eternity. The one omnipresent God of eternity is now recognizable in this full divinity in the form of Vallalar. This God-man is the supreme among the divine masters, because the others simply merged in God and disappeared while Vallalar divinized in its earthly body itself. Therefore, the whole humanity will be profited by this unique guidance of Arut Prakasar. The divine flag of Omni Grace, gracious God of infinite life, stands hoisted in the compound of the wisdom shrine at the left side of the main entrance. The gracious divine experience is depicted in the white part of the flag, which is 3 times the size of the yellow part. The yellow portion is above and the white part is below. God in Trinity is reckoned differently by many men of divine knowledge of various religious faiths. In our bodily form, the gross, subtle and casual are body, life and soul are spirit, Holy Ghost, Son and Father, and the 3 sixes in consonants in each. All these are to represent our flag of Arutperum Jyoti. The full divine mantram is like this: Arutperum Jyoti, Arutperum Jyoti, Thanipperum Karunai, Arutperum Jyoti. Now, there are 3 Arutperum Jyotis of 6 vowel consonants each and a single Thanipperum Karunai of 7 vowel consonants. This is the one Supreme God in the oneness of ourself. This oneness of the soul is realizable. This realization is the life eternal from the inner sanctuary of our Satya Jnana Sabai. By the omni grace of Taniperum Karunai, the blissful life is to be evolved from the innermost to an everlasting divine life of 25 experience in all as represented by the 25 vowel consonants and 25 in Tamil as Guru form. An easy method of Aruppuranjodi attainment. Heading. By studying the inner light of grace with the guidance of this book and by contemplating on the soul God in our head center, we can reach the stage of feeling our divine soul self. Indeed, we should not have sensuous desires and hatreds in the day-to-day life. By extending the divine love or Dayavu, D-A-E-I-O-U, from our soul abode, we can make all our life divinized. In a symbolic diagram of Dayavu, the new method of divine truth is made easy. The Tamil Dayavu 3-letter word is expanded into a 6-letter word of D-A-E-I-O-U in English. In the symbol from the basic stratum of Dayavu, the divine force or Shakti rises up to blossom in us with 5 different forces. They are Porul, atom, Kriya, energies, Jnana, inspiration, Yoga, omnipotence, and Arul, unigrace. In course of inner life, all the above 5 forces constitute to make our life immortalized, to live in the bliss forever. Our inner divine center is in the form of D upturned. From the center of D, the 5 forces represented by the 5 vowels of English are led to fusion of our Dayavu, D-A-E-I-O-U. Our body, D, is the resultant outcome of ABC of the outer universe. Within this D body, we have been endowed with the Penta divine force. This force emerges gradually to make us divine men, to live in bliss eternally. This book comes out to spread the divinity in life, mind and body. It makes the whole human being into divine form of universal blissful life. Therefore, this is neither a religious book of any sect, nor is this an art or science book of the mundane life. This also is not a book on yoga. You may take this as a book of divine grace, which is common to all for all times and climes. May this bring bliss to all. Dayavu, Saravanananda, சத்தியஞான கூட்டம், திண்டுக்கல். இத்துடன் இந்த ஆங்கில முன்னுரை இந்த சத்தியஞான சபை என்ற நூலிலே திண்டுக்கல் சுவாமி சரவணானந்தா அவர்களால் வரையப்பட்ட அந்த ஆங்கில முன்னுரை நிறைவு பெற்றது. அருட்பெருஞ்சோதி அருட்பெருஞ்சோதி, தனிப்பெரும் கருணை அருட்பெருஞ்சோதி, தயவு.